Good morning, boss, and welcome back to the Luxe Boss Channel. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. As you can see from the title, I am doing something a bit different. This is my current morning routine, but I wanted to come on here really to talk about why I have been pushing myself and really working toward setting strict and just really deep intentions every single morning for my morning routine, and how it's helped me mentally, and how it's helped my productivity, and how it's also helped me as I am on this journey of reinvention and self evolution and growth and change. For a very long time, I was not acting or performing or living as my best self. I just wasn't. And creating an intentional morning routine was not just about me wanting to copy off of a lot of the morning routines that we see on Instagram. And they're great, they're aesthetically pleasing, they're great for motivation and great to look at and just great to watch, and also to get some motivation from to establish your own. But for me, it was more so, I guess, me putting myself on the journey to improving my mental health and improving my mind. I've struggled quite a bit, especially within the last year, with just negativity and thinking negative thoughts about myself, about my journey, about what I wanted to do in life, about what I wanted to accomplish. And for me, I noticed that a lot of it stemmed from my morning, how I was starting my day, how I was approaching and tackling my day. As most of you know, I work from home now. And even working from home just became a burden. It became a struggle. I fell into depression. I was, or am, I should say, working in somewhat of a toxic environment. And it takes a toll on me when I don't tackle my morning or try to really go after my morning in the most positive way. So as you saw, I start my morning. I try to avoid any type of social media. I've turned all my notifications off for every single app on my phone other than a few random ones that I know I don't really check. So Instagram, YouTube, my emails. I always sleep with my phone on Do Not Disturb. And I try to just find some type of motivation. I love starting my day with those daily motivational quotes because it kind of gives me something to focus on. My mind rambles a lot, which is another thing that I struggle with. It just is really hard for me to turn my mind off. And if you're the same way, I highly, highly, highly suggest this. But I always start by finding some type of motivational quote or motivational passage, motivational scripture, song, something to focus on throughout that morning of me getting dressed and ready. And it's really helpful. It really does help me a lot to just stay focused on that one thing. This whole time I'm thinking about that quote that I was looking at on my phone. Also, making sure that I just look presentable throughout the day has been helpful. And also making sure that I know I'm leaving my spaces clean has been helpful as well. Starting my morning off knowing that I've done something productive before my day even really starts kind of just puts fire under my butt and gets me ready to go. And that's been really helpful. For someone who struggles with anxiety, just having that organized, clean space is kind of like the last thing that I need to worry about. And really just taking my time. For example, me just sitting here getting dressed in the morning, I have forced myself to not rush through this process and to actually take my time doing it, because this is me showing up for me. And this is me showing up for myself in a way that's not only going to help me physically, but also help me mentally, and knowing that I have done something for the day for myself early in the morning, just getting up, just starting out. This is all about me. This whole moment is for me. And even though I'm still on a journey to figure out exactly what my style is, that's another topic for another day. I feel like me just putting on real clothes, or me just putting on clothes that are not tattered or worn, or clothes that I've had for years, just really putting on the stuff that I like to wear, even if it is comfortable, looking cute and feeling cute, is definitely been helping me to just feel like I'm really accomplishing something. Again, it feels like I've already accomplished something. I've cleaned my room, I've made my bed, I've taken care of my skin, I've gotten ready for the day by putting on an outfit that I actually enjoy. All of these things really play a part into my mental health, and I know a lot of people are that way. Before, I would get up and kind of just rush through this whole process, and I always felt like I was neglecting myself to rush off to work. And then I would get to work and have so many negative thoughts about work, and not just my job, but my business as well. I've struggled with it. I've struggled with just the overall growth and feeling confident in my business. And so that really affected me when I always felt like I was rushing to something that I wasn't able to give 100% to, because I was rushing away from taking care of myself, if that makes sense. Which was difficult, because when we rush away from caring for ourselves, we don't show up the best way that we possibly could for someone else, or for the next, task that needs to be done, which is not always fair to us, and we end up neglecting ourselves in the end. And eventually we get upset with other people because we've neglected ourselves, and we have to take it out on somebody. We're not going to take it out on ourselves. We're going to take it out on our family, our friends, our spouse, our partner, our business, our dog. I yell at Baxter sometimes for whatever reason. But me doing this whole process, taking care of my skin, I really have begun to just feel like, and really step into the woman that I desire to be. I am on this journey, I guess you could say, to be that girl. And while my morning routine, like I said, is not perfect, I mean, there are so many things that I would love to incorporate into my morning routine. For example, I currently work out in the evenings, and I really don't like that. It makes me cringe. When I get done with work, the last thing I want to do is have to get up and work out. So I'm really trying to work on just, establishing it. There are so many things that I would love to add to my morning routine, but I feel like in order to add things, you kind of have to accomplish and kind of have to successfully fulfill the routine that you do have at the current moment. I can't add anything else until I really knock this down, or really, knock this out and really have this together. I think on this journey of reinvention, the whole point and the whole purpose of me wanting to quote unquote reinvent myself, which sounds so cliche sometimes. You hear people say it all the time. Oh, I'm on this journey of reinvention. I'm on this journey of evolution. I'm on this journey of growth and self-improvement. And I'm on this journey to just be the best me and be that girl and be authentically me. Sometimes it can sound cliche, but a lot of times it means so much to that person. For me, I'm stepping into a new era in my life, a new age. I just recently turned 24. So, having this journey, or going on this journey rather, and actually having this opportunity to even have the confidence to want to reinvent myself at this stage, it means a lot to me. And it's about me really struggling with just the type of person that I wanted to be for so long, y'all. I recently was listening to a sermon, actually this morning, and it was a sermon from T.D. Jakes, and this is just me paraphrasing, this is not verbatim, but he pretty much said, stop trying to fit in when you were not created to fit in. There were disciples that Jesus had that were not created to fit in with the 12. They did things that were completely opposite of the rest of the disciples. They did things that were completely opposite of the rest of the people they were surrounded by. And God used them and blessed them in a special way. None of us were created to be the same, yet we have allowed society to kind of urge us to feel that we needed to be the same. And while we have similarities, while you're looking at my morning routine and it might resemble someone else's, my morning routine is mine. It's different. It fits me, and it fits my personality, and it fits what I need in the morning, and it fits what I need in my life and what I need to start my day. It's not verbatim the same as someone else's. And I think that's what I'm trying to get to. That's the place that I'm trying to get to in my life. While we, like I said, we can be encouraged by someone else's journey and someone else's thoughts and someone else's practices and someone else's accomplishments. They're not all the same. And we have to really stand as firm and as confident as we possibly can in exactly who we want to be. My journey to do all of that starts in my morning. I can't stress it enough. If I don't start my morning with complete positivity and just complete they're just surrounding myself with affirmations, surrounding myself with positivity, y'all. I started watching sermons every single morning, and it has become like my ritual. I can't start my day without it. My mom actually started doing that, and watching her do it kind of propelled me to the same thing. And I always used to be, kind of like, why did she start her morning off like that? And then she told me one day, she's like, I have to, it's necessary. And so while that fits her, she does her morning routine, and she loves to pack her lunch and listen to her morning, her morning sermon. For me, I love to listen to my sermon and start my work. So you see where the similarity lies, but definitely two different things, because we're two different, people in a sense. We have similarities, but we're still different. I think that's the positive thing about having a morning routine, and having one that really fits you and establishes what your intentions are. There's a lot more that I could say about this. I feel like we need another opportunity to do so I can't wait to share more videos, just sharing with you guys how I am creating a more intentional life for myself, and how I am kind of tapping into just my feminine qualities, and how I'm kind of just reinventing myself. It really is reinvention. This was the month of reinvention for me, but I feel like this is going to be the summer of reinvention for myself, and I can't wait to bring you guys along. I'm going to go ahead and just let the rest of the video play out and end this here. But thanks so much for just listening to me. This kind of felt therapeutic, like a podcast, so we definitely need more videos like this. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will talk to you in the next one.